Hi guys, and welcome back to our channel. Today we wanted to share something that we've been doing all summer long to kind of keep the sense of normalcy in our house. We know there's a lot of things going on in this world, but we wanted to share some of the books that we've been reading. Every summer I make sure to keep them their minds engaged with like what are called bridge workbooks and reading and writing, and the boys participating in the book club at their school this previous year, and Deacon's going to do it again this year. Romy's moving on to middle school. Hopefully they have it there, but Deacon's going to be in it again this year, and it is a book club, and it's based off of the Helen Ruffin reading bowl list. So at the end of the year, after they've become an expert in the books, they have a reading bowl competition based off of the Helen Ruffin reading bowl list. And so of course we got the list, and just to get a head start on things, we read them this summer. When I say we, I mean me, Romy, and Deacon. Deacon is the one who's going to actually be in the reading club, but I thought it was a great opportunity to, you know, not only help Deacon become a stronger reader, but also to bond. We literally would take turns reading 10 or 15 pages at a time and literally passing the book. And so they had a chance. They both had the opportunity to hear me read, and I found them like mimicking my cadence. And towards the end of the summer, they just became even stronger readers. My boys are going to be in the 5th and the 6th grade. So I would say that their minds are still developing and moldable. So it was a great opportunity this summer to sit and read with them and to be able to help them grow a greater love for reading, like taking it beyond just reading the book for entertainment, but what lessons can you learn from this book? How can you create moments of empathy for others? So because in a lot of the books, the characters had trials that they had to go through. Their lives weren't perfect, and it created great opportunities for me to hold conversations with my sons that's invaluable to me. I don't know if they felt the same way, but like I said, they also had to do writing prompts. So in this series, every Friday, some of our writing prompts were like opinion writing, or what do you think the ending would be? Oh, if you could write a letter to one of the characters, what would that look like? But every Friday we wrote a summary, or they wrote a summary. I just read it. A summary on the book. So in this series of our books, you will be able to hear the summary from either a 5th or a 6th grader, and you will be able to hear the opinions on the book of a 5th and a 6th grader along with their mom, because I got my own opinions too. But so hopefully you enjoyed this series, and let's get started. Our first book was Songs for a Whale, and that's by Lynne Kelly. So we're going to start with just a summary. I'll pick one of the boys to read their summaries to you, and hopefully you find it helpful. And here's one of my boys' summaries. Let me pass the book.
Hi, I'm Deacon Christopher, and this is my summary of Song for a Whale. Song for a Whale was about a girl named Iris and a whale named Blue 55. They both have a hard time making friends. Iris is deaf, and the whale sings a whole different song than the other whales. Since they don't speak the same language, people don't want to be friends with them. People were trying to tag Blue 55 because he was different, and they got it on video, but they didn't tag him. And Iris saw the video. Then she started texting the person that tried to tag Blue 55. The reason why we call him Blue 55 is because he's a blue whale and his song is as high as 50 hertz. That's why he's Blue 55. Iris feels bad that he can't talk to anyone, so she made a song for him and sent it to the person that tried to tag him the first time. She tried to get the other scientists to use the song, but they said no. Then the lady that tried to tag Blue 55 texted that she should come to Alaska and take a tour, but she wasn't serious. Iris didn't know that, so she asked her parents. They said no, so she secretly sold all of her radios since she makes them and tried to get her money from the bank. But she had to have an adult with her. So she went to her grandma and told her all about the plan. And their grandma was on board with the plan. So Iris remembered that her grandpa were planning a cruise, so they went cruising to Alaska. Blue 55 stopped singing, so no one knew where he was. Then he started swimming again with the dolphins, so he got tagged, and Iris got to meet Blue 55 for the very first time. And that's my summary for Song for a Whale.
In a sea of people, be you. Iris is a 12-year-old girl who was born deaf. Her hearing classmates at school aren't good at sign language like she is, so it's not easy to make friends or even communicate with them. Blue 55 is a whale who sings a song that no other whales can hear. Scientists had dubbed him the loneliest whale in the world. When Iris learns about Blue 55 in science class, she knows exactly how he must feel and comes up with an idea. She's going to sing back to him. Will the loneliest whale in the ocean finally be heard? And can Iris show how a little determination can make big waves?
So about the book Song for a Whale. I really like this book because it shows you character, like how you feel about it. Not just a boring story that you don't like, you have to read. But this you like. It makes you smile, it makes you laugh. It makes you feel what they're feeling.
I feel that this book is very inspiring. It makes you want to just go do something that you want, put your mind to it. It also has this nice lesson telling you that don't bully or exclude people that are different or maybe weird. Just try to help them. Don't make them feel like they need to find someone. Help them.
This book shows that people don't want to be friends with a deaf girl or a whale because they can't speak the same language.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever she noticed that, she took that into consideration and tried to be able to make that whale be able to hear something because he felt lonely. So did she, but mostly about the whale.
Good book to teach you a lesson.
Do what's right. Do what's right if you. Well, definitely don't go on a cruise ship without your parents' permission.
So, would you recommend this book to your friends?
Yes, I would.
You seem to hesitate.
Well, really, it matters on their reading level and how do they really think into the story. Whether they feel the emotions or whether they just read it to read it.
Whatever you believe in, it might happen in something in your life. And you might take a risk.
Is this a high reading level or a low reading level?
I feel like it's a little bit in between middle. I think it's a little around the middle.
So for 6th grade, it's on average.
Yes.
Do you consider yourself an average reader or above average reader?
Above average. I feel like I'm good.
So being an above average reader, you still enjoyed this book?
Yes.
Well, just overall, it's really good. You should read it.
On a scale of 1 to 5, how many stars would you give this book?
5.
5.
5.
5 out of 5. All right. Well, that was their opinion and summaries of the book, Song for a Well. As their mother and as a reader myself, I enjoyed the book. This was probably one of my favorite ones out of the 9 books that we've read this summer. It really drilled home that being different doesn't mean that you are limited, that you can still do anything that anyone else could do. The young lady in the book was deaf, but she rehabbed old radios. She found her way to the well that she wanted to see. She came up with an amazing song to be able to sing and connect with him that he understood, and so that he felt like he was a part of something beyond himself. So I felt the little girl was an amazing example of, if you put your mind to something, that you can do anything. And I love the way they made it as just matter of fact. It wasn't like in the book they weren't saying that she was doing anything remarkable, but besides being herself. So that was my biggest takeaway from the book, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I hope that in the future my sons will possibly read it again and take even more from the story. Something that could encourage them to think bigger and better and know that they can achieve those things. So we hope that you enjoyed our book and our summary on Song for a Well. And we recommend you get this book. What is our rating? 5 out of 5. The links to Song for a Well will be down below. We got it from Amazon, so I'll just put you a link for Amazon as well. And this, along with all the other books that we're going to be reviewing, will be in my store on Amazon. So feel free to click through and get this for your young reader. If you were thinking about getting A Song for a Well, think no more. Get it. It is an amazing book with an amazing story and with amazing lessons to be learned. So thanks for watching, and make it a great one.